Hello, my loves. I hope you are doing amazing. Oh, I am doing very good myself. I just spent the last few hours out on my balcony doing some meditation, some healing. Took some time to look up at the stars, and Venus was there popping her beautiful light right at me, and it was just lovely. So Spirit was nudging me, telling me that I should go and do a reading, and I'm not quite sure what the reading is about. I kept asking just to make sure for clarity, and Spirit was like, yep, you need to go and you need to spread some light and love out there. So this is going to be for the collective. I'm just going to do a little sage here. Perfect. Dear God, Spirit, my guides, thank you for this calling. Thank you for reaching out to me and giving me the nudge to do this reading. I ask that you give me clarity and a deep understanding of what message needs to be relayed to the collective today, this evening. May you bless us all with your messages, and may they come out clearly in the cards as well. Spirit, I ask that you move me and you let me sink deeply I ask that the energy be warm today so that I know exactly what you're looking for. And I ask that you give anybody that is watching this video the awareness and discernment needed to make a decision on whether this message is directed for them, for somebody that they know, or to just allow them to take the pieces that they need specifically. I am so grateful, Spirit. Thank you for all the magic, for all the love, for all the light, for all the hope, and the beautiful awareness you give us all every day of your word. Please bless these decks in clarity. Thank you. Amen. Oh, yeah. I am definitely feeling very lightheaded. There's a lot of energy flowing. Spirit always has so much to say. Every time I get to these cards, it's like this amazing wave of just beautiful appreciation and guidance. So let's step into this. I'm being asked to call the first two from the top. Typically I shake it up, but okay. Okay, collective. 2 cards here. Mintakan. Longing for home, belonging, the original Lightworkers. And Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So the first thing I'm noticing with this energy is that some of the collective is in a standstill where they feel like they don't belong. They feel like maybe the circle that they're with, the group of people that they're with, has been causing them a little conflict on the inside. They feel like they're locked down and like they can't release themselves from these burdens that they're carrying within it. It looks like maybe this place you are longing for is this like place of home, and you're almost, maybe some of you are lost in your thoughts of, it's like overthinking. It's this desire to help, this deep-rooted desire from many a times back. You're healers, you're meant to bring about this beautiful, magical world, and to come from a place where, you know, you did feel comfortable and you were embodying that beautiful emotional, just like healing space, to come to earth and to feel like the people you are around are not maybe providing you that safety or providing you that space to be yourself. It's causing you to long for this simple, tranquil, like peaceful presence of where you were, but you're a little bit caught up, and maybe there's some karmic ties, some patterns that you've collected throughout your journey that has misguided you from what your calling is, from what you are, which is a light worker, a worker of love, a person that brings out the healing in others by healing yourself. And this is just saying, like, release those soul patterns, recognize maybe some of the things that keep showing up in your life, and allow yourself to look inward, because home is within it. It always has been. So in order to regain that feeling of belonging, you must take your external fears, and you must look internally, see what's going on, and allow yourself to release them. Allow yourself to see what you're really meant to be here for. Because this darkness is preventing you from really stepping into your healing power. It's time to cut ties with maybe a story or a repetitive thought of having to be ahead, having to be more than what you are. And to allow yourself to settle. It's not a race. It's not a race, but if you don't cut the strings, you're going to fall back. If you don't cut ties with the things that keep reoccurring in your life, you're never going to feel at home. You're never going to feel free. And that's what you really long for. You long to feel free. You long to feel a sense of belonging where you don't have to, be this it's not a competition. You can just settle in your truth and heal, and this is what I'm getting from this. And I believe there are a few things in the book here for this, so I'm going to actually read a little bit about it, because I'm getting called to right now. So let's do Mintakan. Mintakans are a soul group who originated on the planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original Lightworkers. The Mintakan's home planet is thought to have been a water world with waters so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an old longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you are in Mintakan, or you are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearn for a place on earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it, rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. So that's what that says there. There is a mantra you can do. What I'll do is I'll write that in the description after, so you can take a look at that. And then Unbound, because why not? It is time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of lives past. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small, caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice, would have served you by keeping you safe in order to grow. You now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. There's also another thing for this, and I'll just put that in afterwards, but there we go. That's what is being called upon right now for you. So we are already 15 minutes in. Holy cow. Let's just do, oh, there you go. We got some movement into your happiness. Here's an expression. Okay. Okay, what does the collective need right now? Spirit, what does collective need to hear right now? Thank you. Just going to put that here. What else does the collective need to hear, Spirit? Thank you. What else does the collective need to hear right now? Thank you. What else does the collective need to hear? Okay, let's start with that and see what comes up with this. Alright. So we have the Hermit in the upright. Seems like we've been kind of keeping to ourselves. We've been stuck in a place of solitude in our thoughts, trying to be a guiding source of light, and yet we've found ourselves being cloaked in this darkness as we try to move forward. You know, we have been asked to just take it easy in this moment. And we've done that. We've allowed ourselves to step into ourselves, step into our thoughts and into who we are, and where we want to kind of move forward from there. With the King of Swords, we're ready to call in our throne. We're ready to start transforming our life, to start making the cuts in our life of what we believe is right and what we believe is wrong for ourselves. We're not sitting in unstable unknowings now. We've spent our time thinking about it. We've thought about where we're going to go ahead and how we're going to go ahead. And now we're ready to step into that power of enough's enough. Let's cut the things that don't belong out anymore. And let's regain our strength, our firm structure, We're ready to sit in that structure that we desire, that home that we desire, that place of position where we are the head of our life. You know, we've got this Page of Swords. We're done like waiting to make a change. You know, we weren't sure if we were going to come or we were going to go, or how we were going to step in to this new like chapter for us. But because of the ability to be calm and patient and take our time within and understand where our position is, we were able to finally make that choice of change. And we are just like we have so much to offer by doing that. We are the Nine of Pentacles. We are powerful. You know, we are unafraid. We see our abundance now. We finally understand the importance of sitting in this, because we finally understood how to use the magician, how to be the magician, how to take all of the things that we had in our past and flip it around in a good way. But we also we've been afraid. We've been afraid to do that, you know, like we spent so much time in this like hermit mode that it was like we knew how to manifest our life, how to move forward in our life, how to get the beautiful things that we have and that we are. But it was like, this was the energy that we just kind of like moved through. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear of stepping into your power, of finally making those decisions, of like, you know, you're just like, you were so full of emotions and you like needed time to drain it. You needed some time to like allow your emotions to flow through you with yourself. You had to take that time with yourself. You were almost afraid also to show your emotions to people. To actually like be in them, to feel something. You may have had with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you may have had a moment where you thought you had it all figured out before. Like I said, like you thought you had it all figured out, but you like really needed to get out of this energy of like being stuck in your own head. You were carrying around so much. Maybe you were having nightmares. It seems like you just had so many like heavy things going on with you, and that's why you needed to take this time. Yeah, these Nine of Swords are really heavy for you. It was like you felt like you made a mistake. But now you realize you didn't. Like you realize that you had to go through all these feelings, all these emotions, all of these insecurities and feeling trapped. You had to feel trapped, it's kind of a juxtaposition, because it's like, why would somebody ever have to feel trapped in order to get to a level of awareness? But sometimes we do. Sometimes it's in the being confined in your thoughts and in yourself and in your mind. You give yourself permission to trust yourself, to not make the wrong move, to trust yourself to be able to get yourself out of the bad situation maybe that you were in. You know, it could have been your mind. Your mind was where the problems were. It was like, there's just like so much, there's a lot of mind things happening. Like an overwhelm of like, maybe, so this is a union card and it's in reverse. So maybe there's a lot of the collective that's like focused on this, like, oh, I've got to have the next best thing. I got to have the next best thing. So it's like a competitive charge, a charge to like be more, be more, be more, be more, do more, do more. A desire to like have union, have, you know, a relationship, have a specific job, have something very specific that you thought was going to bring you like this so much joy, and you were like in your head about it, and you're like over processing it over and over and over and over and over again. And it was just like, oh my gosh, I can't handle it anymore. You like, these are all past. So it's like, you did it. You got yourself out of that position, and you stopped like being stuck on it. You stopped like looking at just the initial, like what you thought it was. And the only way you got there was from this hermiting. And you may still need to do a little bit more of it. You still may need to, you know, learn to you're doing it on your own. Like, this is a lot of like, I can like stand in my power now. And that's a beautiful thing. So keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing a great job. Like, this is great. And I just hope that you find your sense of solace within yourself, and you continue to, you know, not get in your own head about stuff. Cut the old ties. Like, let yourself be unbound by these things. Keep moving ahead. You've got it. You know now. You know where your home is. It's inside you, and you're ready to take initiative, and you're ready to step into that, and it's just beautiful. So collective, it just, you know, this was Spirit just wanting me to remind you that the steps you're taking right now to find your center and to remember who you are is working. So you can let go of all the baggage that you've been carrying. You no longer have to carry that forward. You can find home within yourself. You can finally untie those binds that are holding you back from stepping into your truth, stepping into the union with whatever you so desire, the things that you are manifesting. You are alchemizing your life. You are transmuting your life into this beautiful, wondrous place, and you are getting there. Listen to nature. Listen to, you know, the simple, silent moments of life. Let the light within you guide you forward, and keep doing it. And, you know, you are light workers, and even the smallest step is the step in the right direction now, as long as it's centered within your heart, within the home space, within your true, authentic source of who you are. So I love you guys so much, and I hope that this was beneficial for you. It was a little bit more than I had expected, so obviously Spirit was nudging me in the right direction. Love you, love you, love you, love you. If you like this, like, subscribe, press the little bell, ding, ding. Make sure you share it with your friends if you think that it's helpful, and keep being you, because you rock, and I love you. Mwah. Bye, guys.